kiki playing. So one day I came and I told him, from now on, when I'm coming, when you come to greet me, I want you to look me in the eyes. Shake my hand, okay? Or if we hug, but you shake my hand and never greet me without looking me in the eyes. Are we together? So, and then someone said, maybe you should live with him for some few days. I said, I don't have children yet, so I may not know a number of things. But I could tell, quality sociology, I could tell something was off, because the father of this boy is never around. Two siblings, mother, maid, or house help, all females. So it's just a boy in a world of
females.
And the only time he gets to meet the father once in a while. The father has another family somewhere else, maybe even more than one, I don't know, but it's such that you could tell there was something about him he wasn't getting. There are things he didn't understand, but he's still young. He still has a chance, because I said when he gets to a certain point in his life, please, I'd like to interact with him a bit more. Otherwise, this arrangement here is going to be problematic. If you see him starting to beat people at school, and you see him starting to do all sorts of things at school, and the best a mother can do is, don't do that. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Because that's what forces mother sometimes become father and mother. But sometimes they don't know, they go overboard, they become cruel. Sometimes, you are beating this child to pulp because, you don't know. But sometimes that's not what is required. Sometimes the boy just needs to understand this is the direction we take. Or if things are right, you say you're doing well. Or if things are wrong, you say this is wrong. This is what we do. Boys don't do this. Boys don't do this. This is what boys are going to do. This is how you treat, respect your sisters. You respect, that sort of thing.
Well, thank you very much, DJ Bankroba. It's been very insightful, and it would be amiss of me to really try and go in, but I'll end mine with this. You mentioned prison earlier. And the American system, which now propagates criminals by breaking the family. And I find that really, really interesting that no one has sat down to break the pattern and say, if more black men are allowed to stay in the community and to stay at home for their children, and given the means to provide for their children, there'll be less crime, and then there'll be less black men in prison, and then the cycle breaks.
The problem with that is that the government is the government.
I don't think the government has kids.
The government is the government. You see, and because the American system is a bit different. They have private prisons, they have all these sorts of things, they make money out of some of these things, so they don't really care.
But the taking a man away from home, create a problem.
Exactly, and that is why it starts from home, by the man trying not to. Because you see, the system does not just the unfortunate incidents, but you have to be intentional and create a situation where you try not to get into that situation of a man of you being taken away from your family,
your responsibility, from your family, from your sins.
Because that's why you hear things like a guy tells your boss, man, there's no way I can do this because I have a family. Because when a man knows he has a family, that's why even when they are taking this man, or they were going, even if you point a gun at a man, the next thing you'll hear, boss, I have kids.
Or I am the only son of my mother.
Why do you think a man says, why do you think as a man, the first thing you say is, do not kill me, I have kids.
I belong somewhere.
Do you understand?
I have a responsibility.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's as the fact that a gun is being pointed at you, and you say, I have kids. In other words, that is the same attitude and the intention with which you should raise your children. Because
so when you're in the bar and she comes and she's sauntering to you and looking at you with those eyes, you should have that picture of someone putting a gun in your head and
you say, don't kill me, I have kids.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's why even when you're driving recklessly in a Subaru turning around, you hear people saying, boss, I have people depending on me.
Yeah.
That is the same mentality you should take to the bar. the mentality
all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
That wherever you're going, think about those things. Then that means you will have done your job in stopping this cycle.
Awesome. Well, guys, we've got to close this. It's been a marathon, and it's been one of the most richest episodes we've done in the recent past. And thank you so much, DJ.
Thank you for hosting me.
For bringing your authenticity into this show. And I think we are going to talk more about it in the coming days.
And we're going to have some of his music in our background. We look forward to that. So thank you very much, Bankroba. And to the rest of the world, you know that we do is compelled by love for God, the man, and the family. Blessings.
Bye-bye. Our vision is that through our work, there will be a raising of a movement of godly, solid, covenant men who know themselves, understand their purpose, and are clear about their worth and responsibility to lead the nation's generations, one man to one son, passing on the authentic blueprint of a God kind of man.